What is the state of Peoria right now?
Well, listen, Peoria is a great community. It's the heart of the Midwest. We go back to the old saying, does it play in Peoria? And
Yes.
I think it's a reflection of, the Midwestern values that we have there. Common sense, people that work hard, play by the rules. It's middle America, but it's a great area to represent, and I think reflective of what's great about America.
You are one of the Republicans that's had to straddle Trumpism with the rest of the Republican Party taking a more moderate tact. How is President Trump playing in Peoria this 2019?
Well, listen, President Trump's results are real, and people in Peoria have felt those. When particularly you look at the economy, record low unemployment, you look at what he's done with jobs, you look at what he's done in manufacturing around the world, and people are happy with the product. So Trump is playing well in central and west central Illinois. We want to make sure we keep that going.
Give me a tariff update. I believe in my economics. Tariffs are taxes on the nation. Does the president understand that tariffs are a tax of the people, are a tax on the people of the 18th Congressional District?
Well, listen, I'm not a fan of tariffs, Tom. Tariffs are taxes. They're taxes on consumers. They're taxes on businesses. But I think if they're used in a narrowly tailored way, I think you can get the results that the president wants to achieve. Now, we cannot be in a long-term trade war with China. That's not good for my farmers. It's not good for our manufacturers long-term. But I will tell you, our farmers are not happy with China ripping us off for 25 years, and that's exactly what they've been doing. And so our farmers are sticking with the president for now. Their patience is waning, I will tell you that. Tom, we want to make sure that eventually we resolve this trade war with China, that we get the USMCA across the finish line, vitally important to my district with trade with Mexico and Canada, and that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot by going backwards on bad trade policy.
Congressman, are some of your farmers confused as to whether this trade and tariffs sometimes are used in foreign policy, like the president used with Mexico? Is there a danger that actually the president overuses this tactic, and so it doesn't have the impact that it could have if it's purely used for trade purposes?
Well, listen, this is an unconventional president, and I think there is concern with sort of the whipsaw approach with tariffs, but I think it's a reflection of the president when he looks at the humanitarian crisis at the border. The Democrats in Congress have not given him the tools he needs to fight that. We had 145,000 people try to come across our border in May, and so the president was left with no other alternatives except for the proposal to put 5% tariffs on. So he used that, and I think he used it to his advantage. We'll see if the results are real moving forward.
Congressman LaHood, your district and the heritage of your family is one of fiscal responsibility. I've got to ask you about the mess not only in Springfield, but the mess 167 miles up I-55 in Chicago. Illinois is the basket case of this nation fiscally. What are you going to do about it?
Well, listen, it's unfortunate, but, we have about $140 billion in unfunded liability with our Illinois pension system. That has to change. We have to get out from underneath that. I mean, Illinois has wonderful assets, Tom, but we haven't had very good leadership in Springfield. And part of that's a reflection of public corruption. We've had a number of our governors go to prison, but it starts with fiscal responsibility. It starts with good policy. It starts with all of those things that we need to do. But we don't have a very good business climate in Illinois. We got to remember, we're competing against 49 other states around us. And frankly, we've been dominated by Chicago and our state legislature, and I think that's caused...
No. Congressman, I have to interrupt. St. Louis Blues have dominated the Chicago Blackhawks. It's different. Chicago's not dominating. The St. Louis Blues are dominating the Chicago Blackhawks. That's how it works.
Listen, we're all happy for the Blues. It is a great story. It's a storied organization in St. Louis, and thinking about what they did this year to go into Boston last night, we're all happy for the St. Louis Blues today.